Hey all, and welcome back to Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games DS. Again, the accent comes out because I can't say a title that long without fudging my words. Welcome to Icepeak. This is a very infamous level in the game. Not because it's bad or anything, but if you were of the persuasion to have a flash car back in the day for the DS, which I never did, and you're very naughty if you did. I just heard rumours about this. This was the level that stopped people from finishing the game because it would transition into like the opening cutscene for Icepeak, and then it would just freeze. Ironic, I know, the whole game being filled with ice and snow, but people just weren't able to continue. I don't even know how I was able to find like a save after that point to be able to complete my non-com version of it. I guess just got lucky, but you know, there's like capture cards and whatnot nowadays, so people don't really have to worry about that, and I'm sure like emulators have evolved since then, because oh god, that's almost 10 years ago now.
Good grief.
No, I'm pretty sure that particular one is 10 years ago.
It just dissolves into dust.
Yeah, emulation has come a long way, although I will say that newer versions of the DS emulator, Desmond, aren't that great when it comes to recording. I did get bugged over with one of the newer versions that has some desync issues in the re-recording software part of it.
Oh no.
So that's fun to deal with when you controls like desync and then you see footage of like Sonic walking into a wall for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, this particular level, it's thankfully nowhere near as complex in layout as Cuberinth was. So like there are layers here. You can see there's quite defined layers on the top screen on the map. And we do get another slipping around on the ice section, which, you know, we get to see more Diddy Little Mario sliding all over the place. So I'll appreciate it for that more so than the actual control.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's nice to be out in the sun again, because Cuberinth, it feels very oppressive, and I've always felt this way about night stages, at least ones that don't overuse like Neon and whatnot. I just prefer stuff set in the day because it's more energetic and it makes me feel good. I guess the night just holds a lot of danger for me, let's put it that way.
Well, to me, I like night stages when they're like open and there's like a sort of either casual lighting, you know, like street tier lighting, so that there's like you can see what's going on, or if there's like moonlight or something like that, that's cool. It's just the problem that a lot of games have when they have night level is that it becomes too fucking dark and I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah,
but
there is.
In terms of Cuberinth, I wouldn't say that's too dark in like a night level kind of thing. I just think the shape of it, tied with the fact that it's dark, makes it that little bit a bit too much, if you know what I'm getting at.
This is a very weird event, especially if you're not used to going back and forth on like a fucking touchpad and whatnot. And look at these sick Mario skills here. Why didn't we ever get like Mario's Extreme Skiing or something?
Yeah, like a fucking SSX spin-off with Mario in it or something.
Well, you say that, there actually was an SSX game that had Mario and Co in it. Yeah, I believe it was SSX on Tour.
Oh yeah, I think I recall this, yeah.
Yeah, in the GameCube version, you were able to play as Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach.
That's cool, actually. I didn't know about that.
They were all about shoving the Mario gang into various sports games back in the day.
They definitely were.
That is something that they do kind of periodically with their characters, isn't it? Because like, I know one of the Soul Calibur games had Link in it.
Yep.
And even in more recent stuff, like the Wii U and Switch versions of Bayonetta have the like Nintendo costumes for Peach, Link, and is it Samus? The other one? Yeah.
And Fox.
And Fox, I haven't seen that one, but
so Fox is only in Bayonetta 2, but still there.
I am sure the internet had a lot of fun with that particular one, didn't they?
Yeah, well, this is just for you, Flame. You know how Bayonetta, when she does certain attacks, can like summon a demon to punch the enemies?
Yeah.
If you're wearing the Princess Peach suit, when she does that, it's Bowser's fist or foot coming out to destroy the enemies.
Yes.
That's nice. That's cool, actually, because that makes Bayonetta actually remotely attractive.
Ah. Well. Okay,
right.
Was Richie gonna go and defend his waifu's honour then?
I mean, I don't really know. I think it was more going to be questioning sort of where your logic comes from in what you were saying, but I think I'm just going to leave that there because that's probably a discussion that I don't think anybody really wants to hear because it's going to be too terrifying.
Oh, I don't mind oversharing if you want to ask questions.
Yeah, no, we don't need to know about your scaly habits, mate.
Yeah, well, let's just leave it there. On the one hand, I would like to hear more about Rishi's waifu selection, because I don't think he's ever really brought it up. On the other hand, Flame would just get more and more ammunition, and we don't really need that. So, I think it's time for Blaze to shine here. There she is, there's Best Girl.
Yep, here's Tom's waifu.
Don't talk about her that way, otherwise I'm going to punch you so sweetly in the face you'll never forget it.
Oh, you're defending your princess, that's so sweet.
The shit I get out of bed for, I swear. Well, Flame keeps me in Domino's Pizza, so who's to complain, really?
I mean, technically, your headset's got a long cable on it, hasn't it? You don't really have to get out of bed.
I thought you were gonna suggest I hang myself there for a second. Like, if you want to meet Blaze, there is a way, Tom.
No, it's fine. Your fucking cable don't take you to the soul dimension. I'm sorry to let you down there.
Ooh. Okay, so if we match up the 4 blocks with the mocks on the floor, look at this fucking goof troop ass puzzle we've got going on here. And now I'm nostalgic for the early days of Game Grumps.
Well, I don't think I've seen that particular game, but what I'm thinking of is there's one, like, the old Namco games with a load of toys in it. I can't remember the name of, but it, like, just the layout of having the different blocks and that, it's making me think of it. It's on one of the Namco collections. I remember I played it for a bit during the Retrothon. But, like, you just wander around as a toy.
I don't know.
It had this sort of layout to it. That's just what comes to my mind. But the whole idea of this particular mini game is literally just putting the blocks in the right places. So it's pretty simple stuff. Although I'm not making it look the complete opposite of that because I'm going the long way for some reason.
Oh, whatever. So long as it gets done, Flame.
Yeah, as long as it gets done, although there is a time limit still.
Oh, shit.
Not that you're likely to fail it.
Fail it?
I wouldn't have left it in if I failed it, come on now.
Oh, you don't know that. I've left in failed takes before by accident, and man, the mental breakdowns that were had that day were pretty fun, let me tell you what.
See, like, I know that, but I also am more rigorous in checking these days, because, like, if I leave a single frame in of something I don't want to be there, it will bug me literally years later.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I got very lazy as I got towards the end of my solo YouTube career.
Oh, don't worry, Rich, we noticed.
Oh, fuck!
But yeah, it was just one of those things of just going, I'm just doing this to have fun at this point, so I'm not going to sort of hurt myself over trying to make sure everything's 100% perfect, because hey, who's gonna care that much?
Well, dodging the mental breakdowns is part of the fun, though, right?
What's a hobby if you don't mentally break inside, you know?
Basically, I have problems.
Yes, you do, Flame, and I don't think there's enough runtime on YouTube itself for us to go over all of them. So let's talk to Hero Chow and get another thing going on here. Snow-covered peaks are fun.
Although, funnily enough, I know we've not had a news brief, but we had a couple towards the start of the area and didn't say anything, so I might as well say it up now. So, one of the critics of the Winter Olympics questions the choice of Cypress Mountain as a venue because of its potential lack of snow due to the 2009 to 2010 El Nino, which was the warm phase and associated with a band of warm ocean water that develops and so on and so forth. But because of the possibility of that El Nino, organisers had a contingency plan to basically truck in snow from Manning Park, about 250 kilometres to the east of the city, and basically that just allowed the events to take place as planned. But the fact that they chose a mountain for its snow, and they potentially had to kind of truck in extra snow to go on the mountain.
That's fine. Like, I'm trying to imagine that they've probably got like a big freezer somewhere, like just with loads of emergency snow for this sort of thing.
So yeah, that was curling. To this day, I still don't really understand how it works, but Knuckles seems pleased with the results. So
It's fine. There's loads more curling yet. Don't you worry.
yay!
I mean, to be fair, I feel like that's kind of expected, because isn't curling like one of Canada's favourite sports or something along those lines? That might be a stereotype, but I feel like that's something I've heard.
Good old-fashioned ice bowling, basically.
Well, it's ice bowls, really.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for the well wishes, Hero Chow.
Aw, he's a good boy. Let's ignore the fact that he's clearly dead because he has a halo.
I mean, yes, but potato.
Well, not really, Richie. It's not a case of pronouncing words differently here.
Well, like, either dead or alive, they're kind of like very binary opposites, Rich. You're either one or the other.
It is him!
Oh, yeah.
Donkey Kong, finally on the DS!
Wait, I swear Donkey Kong had DS games of his own, didn't he? Like, there was... Wasn't that one Mario versus Donkey Kong kind of game?
I want to say King of Swing was on DS.
So he had a game called Donkey Kong Jungle Climber,
Oh, that's the one.
which was like DK King of Swing, and was actually the sequel to DK King of Swing, because that was on the Game Boy Advance.
This is possibly my favourite interaction in the whole game,
yes.
where Silver comes along and he's like, I'll save your bananas, DK, with my psychokinesis. For fuck's sake.
Thousands of years in the future, Silver comes from, like, the evolution of, like, his species has led up to this moment.
Also, can I just say, I love how basically every time that we've had an interaction, it's been like, psychokinesis. Oh, you mean your psychic powers? Just either just call it psychokinesis and say it once, or just say psychic powers. Like, right for the room, guys. Right for the room.
This whole game's writing is very overly elaborate and explains stuff, so I can't really single that out in particular.
It's for kids, let's be honest here. Like, it's not for us, not for the, like, middle-aged man children being like, why won't they get to the point? Summarise, Toad, why aren't you summarising?
Hey, not all of us in this call are middle-aged.
I don't like the way you phrase that, because it could be taken in multiple ways.
I meant what I said, Boomer.
Alright, Silver, you may have helped me, but you have to face me in the Moguls first, mate.
You always interpret this as though it's like confrontational, rather than just new friends playing sports together.
It's the Olympics! It's the most competitive sport competition on Earth!
Yeah, but you still need like that degree of sportsmanship. You want to play the best game you can, and like, you know, it's like may the best man win and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, first of all, neither of these guys are men, okay?
Well, they're not women, are they? Unless like I'm completely misreading things there.
Oh, Jesus, look at him go. Look at that Donkey Kong ass on display right here.
They didn't animate it clapping as he jumped. I'm disappointed.
Well, just gonna have to dock it a few points, I guess.
I ain't docking anything, eh? Wait, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yes, you did, Flame. Yes, you did.
Okay, that shouldn't be that hard to beat, given he only hit 16 of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Silver, I won't lose.
I won't
We'll
lose.
see about that. To be fair, he's kind of earned that bit of confidence after doing DK a favour just now.
Alright, let's see what tricks he can get in. It's a perfect. There's a lot of Cossacks here.
Yep, I can just wave the stylus in aimless directions like a pro.
Oh, you should have done a melon, a Benihana, something like that.
That would have been effort.
I want Silver to have like a special move where he just stays in mid-air.
Yeah, just static in place with that green glow that he has in 06 around him.
Nice. This future is saved thanks to Silver and his McTwists.
That was easy enough.
That's what actually saved the future, just Silver winning at the Winter Olympics this one time.
Thank you for another crystal, Silver.
Actually, that's the thing, like, if he's coming back in time to visit for the Olympics, is he just, like, visiting all of them, like, back-to-back in his own timeline? Like, does he just think, I'm going to go check out 2010, and I'm going to go check out the 2012 summer ones, and, like, just compare them all, or does he just get bored sometimes and thinks, I want to go play some sports?
Who knows, mate, who knows? But we have Donkey Kong on our team now.
Yay!
That's right, I promise. You still want me to join? I will bring my coconut gun which fires in spurts, and there are rumours that if it hits you, it's gonna hurt.
Also, it's basically just, a ploy to hide the real shotgun underneath.
Wow, he's not wrong, actually. It was originally like a realistic shotgun until Miyamoto came in and was like, nah lads, just change it to a coconut gun, and Ray was like, holy fucking shit mate, it actually works better. Bob's your uncle, Miyamoto, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, I mean, so just to sort of pad that story out a little bit, what it was that it was an asset that they'd put in, but they hadn't sort of thought about much else at that point, and they'd sort of forgotten that it was in there when they showed Miyamoto, and obviously Miyamoto just like, oh what? But he just sort of quietly just drew a coconut gun, just handed it to them, and just like, there you go. And they were just like, well, of course. And that was that.
I love, like, sort of leftover assets in these demos and whatnot, because some of them are so hilariously out of place, but you can kind of imagine how developers are looking at the screen all day, every day. It probably just becomes background, like, visuals to them. It's like, there's some that are, like, ridiculously out of place. Like, I know the engine that Everybody's Gone to the Rapture was built on, and that's one that sticks out to me. It was, because it's a first-person thing, the default thing had a gun. So, like, there's screenshots from early in development where you're walking around this quiet country village with a fucking gun asset covering half the screen.
Nice.
But here's what we had to get Donkey Kong for this particular tower here that we need to have him climb up and see what's going on at the top. Because about halfway up, it looks like it becomes a bit more maybe mechanical than the other ice pillars, so maybe something's going on there.
Yeah, this isn't natural. This isn't keeping with the Polar Straits aesthetic here, and honestly it needs to go.
Yeah, we've got to make everything look so much prettier.
Alright, Donkey Kong, let's get it donkey on here. Shut up. That version isn't copyrighted, okay? I edited it a little bit.
Was that the version where his ass does clap?
Sure, flame, whenever floats your boat, really. This is basically a Mario Party mini-game. I'm getting my Mario subsidiaries mixed up here. The bananas, I guess, make him go a bit faster, is that right?
Yeah, it says on the top screen there, grab bananas for extra speed.
Nice. True to real life as well, oh my god.
I mean, I have to say, this is basically a Mario Party minigame, because in Mario Party 8, there's one where basically you are playing as a sort of wind-up Uki, and you've got to flip sides to avoid getting hit by things. Obviously, there's a bit more here than that, but it's the same principle.
Why did he sit on it instead of hitting it?
Because he wanted to have that final pose that looks cool.
I won't call it cool, but it gets the job done, I guess.
Yeah, like, we won't ask where that fucking button went when it popped back up, but we managed to put a bridge across.
Yikes. Anywho, look at that big cloudy area to the southwest. There we go, I remember my cardinal directions. It's a pretty sumptuous area there. See, there's a kind of joy in backtracking to areas and finding new spots. It basically keeps the map evolving, growing as it were.
Yeah, and the fact that we're now back in the Polar Straits pool of sports as well, although we do get more ice. And another little mini-game, actually.
Ah.
Fucking race me one-on-one, mate. I can beat you. Sonic isn't fast. It's all lies.
Well, that's what's going to happen. We are going to have a little race around the overworld here.
Oh, lordy.
This is going to be delightful.
I was actually quite worried about this one because on my practice run I did fuck this up several times, but I did manage to get it down pretty quickly here, thankfully.
Well, that's good. I mean, my question is, do they kill you after failing or not?
No, because it's a kids' game and that'd be quite graphic if they slaughtered Sonic on screen.
Yes, but you know what I mean. Do they Mario kill you?
No, you just have to give it another shot until you do. Because what we ultimately need to beat him for is that he'll let us onto that section on the left there. But you have to hit all of these checkpoints as you go round, which is the part that can fuck you over. Because as you can probably imagine, turning around on the ice at Sonic speed isn't the most practical thing in the world.
You are not going Sonic speed here, okay? You're going like tail speed at best.
Yeah, but like relatively fast for trying to control yourself on slippery ice.
Okay, that's fair.
It's Sonic-ish speed.
It's not Sonic speed as I would wish, but...
No, but here we go, we can get to the other stuff on the left here now.
Yay! I mean, I have to say, at least on the plus side with that, you were able to block the penguin from moving at times. So that definitely helps.
Yeah, you're making it sound a lot more complex of a race than it actually was.
Sonic can run amazingly fast, but he can't swim.
So with that, another news brief. So there was one thing that major that happened actually at the Vancouver Olympics, and that was that hours before the opening ceremony, Georgian luger Nodar Kuratishvili was killed during a training run, intensifying questions about the safety of the course and prompting organisers to implement quick modifications. Officials ultimately concluded that it was an athlete error rather than track deficiency. But basically all of the training runs were cancelled for the day, and there was a moment of silence and a tribute to the athlete at the opening ceremony when that happened.
Why do you have to do something really morbid, Richie? Like, we're having a good time there. Don't think I didn't see that cut, by the way.
Look, I talked to the wrong guy by mistake, okay?
Ooh, Alpine Skiing GS. Nice. Does that stand for Grand Slalom?
I think so, maybe?
Now it does.
Yeah. Let's get some use out of Donkey Kong here.
Yay! I feel like this is going to be hilarious. I mean, watching him go down on skis the first time was hilarious, but I feel like this is going to be even better.
He's so enthusiastic, bless him. So this is the one where we've got to avoid the blue gates.
Oh, this is the thing we took on King Boo with, right?
Yeah, it's the same game. But this time I am going to have to go on the dead areas quite a bit, just because otherwise I'll accidentally go through the blue ones.
Well, yeah.
This music's pretty chill too. As demonstrated by you humming it instinctively.
Well, that's how the best ditties get into your head, mate. You don't even realise.
Yeah, essentially it's quite infectious, which isn't always a good thing, but when it comes to a good song it is.
Well, it's good with music, not so much with STDs.
So what you're saying is maybe Donkey Kong wants to get himself checked?
Maybe. It's like, oh, you have the Sonic Colors soundtrack, I'm so sorry, it's terminal.
It's terminal velocity even.
Very nicely done there. Ook, ook, me win.
Come on, let him have his moment. There we go.
Holy shit, there's a fucking like orangutan or a gorilla on the course. Get him out of here.
What? He signed up just like everyone else did.
I'd like to see him signing a contract, personally.
Yeah, like has he got to use a stamp or something because he can't hold a pen properly?
Okay, now we can go back to Icepeak and open the first gate. But be warned, it is a big level and we shan't be completing it today.
Yeah, although I've been splitting them all in two, but this one I do remember the boss here, and it can go fuck itself, so you guys might have to cover in the enthusiasm department here.
I won't.
Neither will I, because, I mean, to be fair, right now my brain's just going, it's nearly Christmas, it's nearly Christmas, it's nearly Christmas, I'm ready. So, really, sort of enthusiasm for any sort of thing that's not Christmas is sort of a little bit harder to muster than it would be normally.
I chose this specifically for its Christmassy themes, mate. You can put in like a smidge of effort here.
And I played it because it's a fun game, but fuck Christmas.
I see. You weren't even fucking trying.
They really were not.
Well, what else is he gonna do? He's got no fucking limbs.
Well, neither did any of the other, ice spirit things. But also, that name's just like, at least all the others are somewhat punny. That one's just sort of just like, oh.
Well, no, because we had like Sparky in Sparkleton and QB in Cubrinth. Now we're in Icepeak, we get Icy. It's like following the theme.
I know it's following the theme, but it's still lazy as all hell.
Well, whatever. Let's go beat this guy into the dirt and take out our frustrations on the naming scheme.
Well, would it even matter? It's a dry bones. It'll just stand up a minute later.
That's true. Dry bones are infused with dark magic, man.
Unless they become like an internal punching bag for people to relieve stress because of that.
Jeez.
Now that's a life I wouldn't fucking want.
Although the only problem is that they're not very helpful punching bags because, they're not soft and squishy, they're quite hard.
Put something on their head and they will be.
Yeah, no, that would make it work.
I am not really following this conversation, but I agree.
Don't worry, it was a stupid fucking conversation. But yes, this Dry Bones is a curling enthusiast, and
Oy.
he can be a bit of a choke point, I will say. It took me quite a few attempts to get him down properly.
I seem to recall this one is pretty tricky, because it kind of just throws you into curling without really giving you many chances to practice it.
Well, there is a tutorial on every one of the sports, to be fair. I'm not showing them off here because otherwise it'd take forever, but before you pick any of the sports, you can just tap on the controls thing and it gives you a little demo showing what you need to do. So it doesn't really just throw you in at the deep end if you don't want to be thrown in at the deep end. But yeah, this game goes on far longer than I would like.
So, going back to the Game Awards, how about that No More Heroes 3 thing, Rich?
Yay!
Oh my goddamn superhero.
I know. It was awesome. Which reminds me that annoyingly I do need to go and watch a full playthrough of Travis Strikes Back, because I need to find out what happened in that, because the game annoyingly didn't really have the draw to me like an actual No More Heroes game. So and also the way it was presented didn't really make me very happy either. But obviously, since I now know that it is definitely plot important, I'm going to have to sort of go and watch it. But either way, I'm just super happy that we're getting another No More Heroes game, and the concept of it so far looks amazing.
Yeah, like intergalactic assassin stuff, and like a new ranking and a league and such, and it's apparently back to open world, which is good because I didn't mind it going menu based in the second game, but it took out a lot of the janky charm that the first game had, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big proponent of a 3D game should involve you moving a character around in a 3D space, which is why I prefer stuff like Sonic Adventure to Sonic Adventure 2, which is more like linear and menu based for the most part.
Well, SO2's better, but I thought you were going to say that every 3D game should have a degree of jank there. I was like, I kind of see that, but that's not how you frame it.
Well, there you go.
But the 3D games I like don't have any jank and are fluid as fuck, like Sonic Adventure 2. That's literally peak 3D game performance.
Well, just going back to announcements from the thingamabob, Manhunter, that shark game, actually looks pretty fun, I've got to say.
Yes, that was pretty funny.
I might actually LP it, I haven't decided yet.
We'll see when it comes out, but yeah, just the concept alone does look amusing.
Clearly that is one of the things that I did not actually look at, because I have no idea what you're talking about. You see, this is one of the things of, not staying up to watch Game Awards where you just be like, yeah, I'm not really that bothered.
Basically, you are a shark and you have to eat humans, and you can explore the waters, you can level up and evolve your shark, and they can become pretty nasty looking and whatnot, and that's just basically the goal, avoid fishermen or hunters and eat as many humans as possible.
Nice. Okay, no, I am down with that concept. That sounds awesome and hilarious.
It's also coming out on Switch as well.
Hey, I'm not going to get it, but that just sounds awesome as a concept, so that's fine.
Can't really think of anything else that took my interest in the Game Awards, honestly.
No, that is pretty much a summary of the event for me this year. Like, I will say I don't usually pay too much attention to it, but like this year in particular, there was really not much.
No.
Which is annoying, because now we have even less to pad these things out with.
Well, I mean, there was that Sony State of Play thing that happened the other week, which was sort of a prelude to the Game Awards. But I don't think there's anything sort of particularly special in there either, other than sort of the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind trailer, which leaked beforehand, but it's still awesome, and all the extra stuff we're getting sounds amazing, and I kind of love that. Also, it was nice to get a look at Babylon's Fall from Platinum Games, but it did look a little bit janky, which, I mean, I'm totally down for, but we'll see how that one turns out, because, I mean, I love Platinum Games, and I always want them to do well, but, I mean, I'm waiting for Bayonetta 3, like, that's the one that's on my list, that's the one that, like, come on, give it to me, I need my life, but, I'm always down for some more Platinum, whatever they throw out.
I'm gonna be honest, it looked really B, if not C tier. Like, all the animations kind of looked the same, the environments and enemies they showed off weren't really all that interesting, and the combat just didn't seem that fun.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, because obviously it's published by Square Enix, so, I mean, that should be a hallmark for it's going to be decent, because, you know, Nier Automata, but it opens up the question of how much of a budget did it have, which team was working on it, at what point, because I know that Platinum have had a bit of a challenging period in terms of some of the heads of the organisation, and obviously following Scalebound, which still hurts, things have not been amazing with them, so that might have had an impact, but hopefully, you know, it shapes up and it's fun. I mean, even if it's just sort of like Mad World tier, that's still pretty fun, so...
Yeah, I should get around to playing Mad World. That's the game that I picked up second for like £1 several years ago and haven't got around to playing it.
Wow, that's not a bad price for a game that is apparently decent.
It's definitely not a bad price for it. I mean, it's full of its own jank, but it's definitely a fun and very quirky title.
It's an action game on the Wii, so I kind of expect it to be jank, to be fair. I think this Dry Bones fucked himself up this run. I think that's why this is playing out how it is.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the AI for, like, Dry Bones moves these chows so fast, it's obviously cheating.
Oh yeah. Like, he's just going for it.
And he's still lost, so bully all around.
I think that's me getting lucky there, to be fair.
Well, you still won, mate, so... Oh, just soak in the victory juices, and on that disgusting note, we'll see you next time for the second half of Icepeak.